Well, the temperatures dropped to -13 at Shawbury in Shropshire this morning as the colder air became a lot more widespread over the last 24 hours. Thanks for clicking on to the Tuesday edition of Vogan's European Outlook. Skies are starting to cloud over across many parts of the UK today as I speak, and the reason why is we've got milder Atlantic air now starting to push its way in, but it's a slow warming process. We've still got very thick hoarfrost out there, but you can start to see it kind of losing grip a wee bit as the air begins to slowly warm. But it is a gradual process. Through the course of this afternoon and into this evening, we're going to start to see rain pushing in. It may have some kind of sleety aspect to it as it bumps into the colder air across inland areas. So we are going to see a mix of rain, some sleet, maybe wet snow mixing in through the course of this evening, especially as the temperatures start to drop it once again into the dark hours of night. But it is going to be a kind of sloppy, messy sort of an overnight period. Risk of ice is going to be a big thing. And then as we start to push through the next 24 hours, we're going to see temperatures gradually creep back and up once again. So looking at the GFS, this is through the course of today, and you can see here that frontal system associated with low pressure out over the Atlantic, that will spread its way in, and it will eventually start to kind of push out the cold air. However, as we push through the day tomorrow, we're going to see rain turning more and more to sleet and snow, even the low levels as we press through, particularly late afternoon and into the evening hours tomorrow, as colder air, uh, albeit Atlantic, and it is going to be a kind of a polar maritime rather than a kind of Arctic air mass. But there is going to be enough cold air on the backside of this front to start to bring snow levels down, and we may waken up, believe it or not, on Thursday morning with a covering of snow. So it is possible. Can't say everywhere we'll get it, but the rain and sleet of tomorrow with a brisk westerly wind, making it feel distinctly raw, despite the fact that the temperatures are back up around 5 or 6 degrees. The strength of the wind will, of course, uh, make it feel a lot colder than it actually is. But as we press late afternoon into the evening, we start to get the darkness coming back in, temperatures starting to drop off, and that is when we could start to see rain turning over to snow, even in Glasgow, Edinburgh, and so on and so forth. So it's going to be an interesting, we have got the initial push of milder air, but colder air comes in the backside. But it is transient in nature here. We do have that system clearing through. Then what is an interesting factor is we're going to start to see winds lighten up for a brief spell later on Thursday. Then we've got a feature that comes down from the north, high pressure back to the west over the Atlantic, and we start to see a system riding southwards. We may see rain, sleet, and snow, and then we're back into the colder air for the first half of the weekend here. So we're back to square one, but the air is nowhere near as cold as what we've seen in the last 72 hours or so. Then, as we press through the weekend after a cold start on Saturday morning, we're going to see that high pressure building in. Sunday may even have a cold start, and then you start to see high pressure to the south, low pressure to the west. Winds are coming in from the southwest. We're starting to see the warming up process, so we're going to start to lose this cold pattern as we go through the second half of the weekend and in the next week here, folks. So yeah, it's going to be a cold spell through the remainder of this week. We are going to see more winteriness. We are going to see some frost around as well, but I think it's all transient, and we are starting to revert to a milder pattern. As you can see here into the first half of next week, we're back in a southwesterly airflow, no real cold air in place. We've got wind, we've got rain, and we're going to see plenty of snow melt with that overall setup here. So we're going to eventually pull out of this cold spell, return to the milder, more firmly Atlantic driven pattern, and then as we start to go towards Christmas week, we'll keep our eyes on how things are looking. Looks as if, to me, we're not going to get a white Christmas or a particularly cold Christmas like we've seen, say, back in 2010. I think the cold spell that we've got at the moment will see us out through much of December, and then we'll have to wait and see how the pattern plays out on the big grand scheme of things as we push towards the new year in January. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Do check out the written posts comparison between the current cold spell and December 2010. As you can see, there is no comparison whatsoever. Hope you have a great day. Bye for now.